Hello and welcome to episode 6 of our Timberborn update for Let's Play with the Folktales. We're having a fantastic time so far. We've got a lot of stuff done. We have this area pretty well settled at this point. We've got a lot of trees growing here and over here on this other island. We got a pretty good farm set up as well. And then, of course, over here we have our second district, yet to be named. You can suggest a name in the comments if you feel so inclined. We'll be doing voting this week on district names for these first two. But yeah, we've got a little bit of a metal production area set up over here. We have some smelters, we have some windmills, and we have some fantastic flywheels storing power for use in the smelters. And we're going to continue developing all of this stuff, of course. But one of the main things we need to do today, based on the comments from the last video, is optimize our storage a little bit more and also try to, what's the word I'm looking for? Make things a little bit less cluttered, because this is honestly kind of a mess over here. I want to rip a lot of that out and redo it. So we're going to have to think of a few other things we can do. Someone did suggest, and I thought this was a good idea, to put the water pumps out here into this 2-deep area and concentrate all those kind of in the middle. That would free up some space on this side to do something else here, and would also allow us to plant a few more potatoes right here. So I think that's probably going to be one of the first things we do. So let's go ahead, come over here, take a look at our water pumps. Let's see how many can I get. Oh, perfect, actually. I can put 4 right there. And we currently have 4 right now. I don't think we have any over in this area. No, we're importing water. Okay. So 4 is honestly probably fine for right now. But we know it's going to be pretty easy to add some more when the time comes for that. We just have to make this area look a little bit nicer. But for right now, I think we're going to be A-okay putting 4 of these here. And we can figure out how we want stuff to connect. I think probably it would be in our interest to go ahead and build some platforms out this way. And then that'll also give us a little bit more space here. I can take this corner out, plant one more sunflower, and then I believe if I have this set up correctly, I think I can put in a nice array of some tanks here in the center, and we're going to have 2, I could do 2x2, or I could do a couple of these big boys, and then some other storage somewhere else. I'm not entirely sure what the best option for that's going to be, but we are going to have to get this built at the very least. It doesn't have to go all the way down, but I do want it to have enough space over here, so if we want to put in some more of these Lidos, we can. And I think at some point we might end up expanding all of this anyway. So for right now, though, I believe we're probably okay just having this connect right to about here. And then over on this side, figure out something else. But in the meantime, this will be A-okay. Go ahead and disconnect that, and then we can plant that as a sunflower. Square that off. And then eventually might want to put in fences here so we can mess with the beehives. But I don't know, the last couple times I've tried to do that with the folktales, they haven't really managed to stay unstung. So maybe we won't worry about that for right now. So with that taken care of, I think it would be in our best interest, once these pumps are built, of course, get rid of these guys and then build a little bit more water storage here. I think with some pretty amenable additions I can put in, I think I can do 2 of these big ones right now, actually. Just right like that. And that actually works pretty well to do those guys. I'll set that for water. Both of those, let them take care of what they need to take care of. And we'll go ahead and turn on our turbo mode. Now, before we get too much further, I did want to let you guys know I did get a couple more mods based on suggestions from people in the comments. I found a mod called Housing Optimize. I think it's Housing Optimize. I don't know if it's optimized or optimized, but it's you'll find it if you just look for that, which is something that kind of reshuffles which beavers live in which lodges based on, yep, see, they just changed. So it actually shovels them around so that they have the shortest possible path to their job every day. And so that was suggested in the comments last video, so I figured I'd go ahead and take care of that. And then I found something called the Most Treated Plank, which is a new mod by Battery Smooth, who has made the fantastic Flywheels mod. I actually don't know where in game they've stored it. I don't know if it's under monuments. Yes. Yes. It's only 100 science. So let's research that. And this is just the funniest thing, I swear. I saw this. I absolutely had to download it. But I don't know where. I think, okay, there's that flipper mod wreaking havoc again. But I think, yeah, now it's fine. So we're gonna make a little a spot for this at some point today. But I did want to let you guys know about that before I forgot. Like, that is so insanely funny. We gotta have that. Gotta have that in our build. So aside from that, while they're working on taking care of all of this stuff, we can address a few other things we're going to be taking care of today. We have, of course, the option to upgrade our windmills in our main district. We have the big ones over here, and they're going to keep doing their thing. But what we don't have over here is we don't have any of the large windmills because, well, we hadn't researched them at the time. And I believe I can just do a drop-in replacement. I'm not entirely sure. What I think it'll let me. I just have to be able to actually get up there. And part of the problem is I built all the flywheels in the way. And like I said, we are going to redo this entire... Hello? Okay, we are going to redo this entire thing at some point because this is extremely ugly. But until we get there, we're just going to have to kind of deal with it. Now, we don't have a ton of power stored up because we're relying so much on these water wheels. But the flywheels, fortunately, are allowing us to do a little bit more work in the meantime. We are going to want to make sure that we upgrade at least a few of these to the larger windmills. And I think we're going to have to resort to using ladders. Well, I say resort to like it's a death sentence or something. I love the ladders. But I did not do myself any favors having this set up like it is. Another thing I want to get into is making explosives. We have paper. We don't have a ton of paper, but we do have some. And we certainly have the science to research explosives and dynamite. So I am going to start making explosives. I think based on our setup here, I should be able to just kind of go up the hill and have that start making explosives. But I want to blast this area down so we can build a better, more optimized area here. So I don't think I want to build explosives factories up here because this is all going to be going away. So what we're going to do instead is I'm going to take out, blasphemy, I'm going to take out this lumber mill. And I'm going to build an explosives factory there. Let's just make sure we have all the stuff first before we get into it. And I believe, yeah, we're good to go. So I'm going to get rid of this guy. Just pop this guy right in. Okay, it's moved. Those outside, they'll not be able to get those for a while, but you know how it is. We'll go ahead and prioritize that, make them start making explosives, and we're gonna just start detonating. Fortunately, we're already up here, so I'm pretty sure I can just click and drag all of this, and eventually they'll just be able to place everything they need to do. So yeah, just about done. Just going to have to get the rest of the metal blocks in. But I think we have... Yep, this area is all good to go. I am going to pause these because it is in the middle of the drought. Well, set them to pause and unpause and then pause them. Nope, I didn't click fast enough. There we go. So what we can do now is we can actually get rid of these guys. All four of those. Okay, I didn't hold down the right buttons for that. But what we can do now, getting rid of all of that stuff, so I can plant some more potatoes here. I know, like, we need more potatoes, right? But eventually, we're going to use them. We're going to be glad we have them. So that is going to be very, very useful. And now that we've started getting rid of this, we get to decide what else is going to go here. It could be a good place to put another housing complex. And I am going to redo this. Don't worry. We're going to get there. But it's one of those things we have to kind of approach strategically, right? Because everything that we've been doing this whole time to this point has been just to get something done and then move on to something else. But we're going to want to start now prioritizing aesthetics and future considerations. Kind of like we did over here by planting our little dandelion garden. And someone did ask if I had a gather flag to get these guys, and I do. It's currently full. So actually, that's one of our beard boosters. Wilco is in here hanging out, waiting for dandelions to be consumed. So that's one of those things that we're going to be a little bit more cognizant of as we continue, is how all of this is set up. So one thing I do want to try and do in this general area moving forward is turn this island outside of the little mesa, whatever you want to call this up here, into production. This whole thing should be food production. So I'm going to have large warehouses for every single thing, ingredient that goes into the bento boxes, and then we'll actually have the storage of the bento boxes out closer to where the beavers actually live, like we do right here. We have bento boxes here, and we have grilled potatoes here. The storage for these really should be over here, where they're processed into bento boxes, but that's going to require us to completely clear all of this and figure out what we want to do. We might even be able to blast it down. I know we don't have a lot of room to blast down, but we can go down a couple blocks. So if we can have the large storage, the large warehouses buried to where the top of them is level with the ground, then we can just have the packing plants and processing buildings placed on top of those. And I think that's going to be a whole lot nicer. It'll end up looking a lot better not to have these giant frame buildings standing everywhere. All right, it looks like our explosives factory is up and running. I have not built a warehouse for explosives because I've currently placed, I don't know, 200 something dynamite right here. So we're going to have to let them take care of what they want to take care of, blow up what we can, and then they'll come finish the rest. I'm really just massively unconcerned about it at this point in time. But what we can do is we can start replanting oak trees in this area. If you recall, I had erroneously placed some of these maple trees, and we really, really don't need that. So we're A-okay already. We have over 900 maple syrup. That is perfectly fine. We have plenty over here that we can take advantage of. And yeah, I like the idea of this being mostly forest with a little bit of a nice living quarters area. Again, this is going to go away at some point. We're going to make a more concentrated effort to not just keep things because there's no better place for them to go. But at the same time, we kind of have to have these to continue supplying all of our different things. But now we have less than a day left of the drought, and then these guys should be back a little bit better. Going to get rid of this windmill. Let's put a large one in. Should help us out quite a bit. And I believe probably are going to want to do this a couple other spots. So let's stick that there. Getting rid of this windmill isn't going to hurt anything unless this one isn't built yet. So I'm not going to mess with this until this one's constructed. That should make up to about twice as much power, which would be very, very nice. All right, see, outside of that, I'm trying to think moving forward what the best option here is, because it's really not ideal having these be separated from this grid. So we are going to, I think, employ the use of flywheels, the larger ones, that we can actually stack in frames to create vertical power storage and transmission. Once we do a little bit more terraforming here, detonate some stuff, and see exactly what we're able to do. But the good news is we did get our water pumps moved around here. And I kind of like the idea of decorating this a little bit over here with some of our decoration blocks that we haven't really messed too much with. We have wood, we have metal, and we have ribbed metal. Inverted, huh? So wood decoration pieces. We've got inverted slopes. We've got double inverted slopes. We've got all these different corners and stuff. We're really going to have to take a little bit of time and dive in with some strange designs. But I do like the idea of having something that looks interesting and is not just utilitarian. So I did have a couple of thoughts this weekend while I was out doing real life things. I know, shocker, I do things that are not YouTube, but I had the idea of what if we just made like a big storage area that had all these different decoration blocks and interesting architectural designs and everything. I thought that would be really cool. And then I remembered that I've never messed with that before, and the initial product of that is probably not going to be something that's very good looking, but we're going to try at some point. I think a good place to start messing with that idea would be over here once we have a little bit more land taken care of. And what's the word I'm looking for? I don't want to say populated because, well, we're not really settling over here. We're just kind of using the resources. This is probably mostly just going to be metal processing for a while. We're pretty good on trees and logs and almost everything else. We're just kind of waiting on this stuff to be good to go. So I don't know. We'll see. I do have ideas. I do think it's going to be a whole lot of fun, especially when we get up here. I've already got a lot of really cool looking stuff in the chamber for that one. But again, that's going to be several episodes into the future. Right now, we've got to worry about this stuff over here. So we've already replaced this, generating only 130, but this one's only generating 65. So, you know, progress. Let's see. Flywheels should... Okay, we're actually not even generating enough to meet our current demand. It's probably because of this guy taking 150. Yeah, that's definitely taking a lot. And we are just about... Oh, okay, no. They'll charge the flywheels overnight because there's no power usage. Very, very slow process. Although it is interesting how this one is the only one turning because it's taller. So if that's the case, we'll just go ahead and get rid of that and then pop that guy there. I can actually go ahead and get this. Actually, hold on. We have an update. We've had a bunch of beavers die of old age. Rest in peace, Devilish Fun. Rest in peace, Joe Coulter, Skrymer U. Other non-beard booster names. Jesse the Unending is now an adult beaver. JulyFlame is born. Josky died of old age. Who else? Kurt died of old age. Bam 905 has grown up. Broek has grown up. Jelby died of old age. I don't think this is a beard booster. Shazleth, maybe it is? I don't know. I'm really going to have to make sure I'm up to speed on who actually is and is not. It sounds like something that is a default name. Yep, judging by the list I've got, that is not one. Let's see, who else? Dealanach was born. Just the Unending was born. Okay, good. So we haven't really missed that much. So we'll see. It is randomized. It cycles back through names over and over and over. So those of you who have passed away in the game, I'm sure you will be reborn at some point. Beaver beard booster reincarnation. I don't know what kind of sense that even makes, but that's the names get recycled. That's all you need to know. So let's come back over here and put in a couple of... Oh, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to have to get this attached properly here. Okay, that's looking good. This is not going to be reachable from these stairs. So let's get rid of the stairs. And then replace them. I always want to click platforms for this. There we go. Fix that. And then I think I can do at least that one. This is going to be kind of a whole thing, trying to get the rest of this done. I don't think it's going to let me actually build... yeah, probably not. We'll see. This should help us out quite a bit, though, to be able to store so much. This dynamite's really not going fast, is it? Really not going fast. But we're not running out of paper, which is good. I was kind of concerned about that. But I guess that's not going to be a problem. Alright, so we have about 2,900 packaged food total. 2,800-ish between regular storage and in the packing plants. So I think it's about time we start thinking about how we want this to be laid out. Now we do have pretty easy dimensions to work with here. 3x3 for the large warehouses, and most of the production buildings are either 2x3, 2x4, or 2x2. So there's going to be a pretty easy Tetris game for us to play there. But I think what we're going to want to do is to clear out a space here, blast it as far down as we can. And I think we're going to want it to be 7. I think I can do 7 tiles wide. So I can have a row of large warehouses on either side of a central path. Then we'll just have stairs going down, or probably ladders, honestly, going down and then coming back up on the other side. The idea, if we can make it happen, is to have the large warehouse roof be on the same level as the ground here. And then we'll just build our production buildings on top of that, and it'll all be good to go. And then we'll have our packing plant built in such a way where the power can access our windmills and our large windmills and everything over here. See, look how much better this is. Love this. This is working out super well. So let's put another big one here. Yeah, I think the packing plants are going to end up being further along over here. And if this is generating enough power, which it should by the time we have all these large windmills, we probably don't need to have anything right here, actually. And we can just leave that open. Or we can put some other stuff there. I don't know, it's going to depend on what we end up doing here. But first, we need to get a lot more explosives. I don't want to build another one of these because we don't have enough beavers to be running all of this stuff at the same time. And, well, I guess the paper supply could probably handle it. For right now, though, seems like we're doing all right. We just have to let these guys keep on putting their dynamite in and then just kind of reconfigure this entire thing. So let's leave this alone for just a little while. Come on over here. See what these guys are doing. Making good progress clearing this area out. Looks like most of the trees in this area are gone. These have been marked for cutting. Yeah, there's a few more they can get. And then we'll be able to go ahead and start getting up there. So I will put in a staircase here. Yep, those are all marked. That'll be nice to slowly get this cleared out. I think this is going to look really cool. And some of you guys have had some great name ideas for this. I think I've gotten 3 or 4 really good ones so far. So again, if you have any ideas for what this district should be named, or main district, feel free to drop those in a comment. We will be running a poll, like I said earlier, this week for both of those. Well, 2 separate polls. Just want to make sure you guys get a chance to have some input. So we'll see what ends up happening. I know I have a personal favorite of the submission so far, but I don't want to ruin voting, so I will keep that to myself. Yeah, I just need these guys to go a little bit faster on this. I think we're probably okay. This right here, this island, once this is cleared of ruins, would be a really cool spot for an observatory, I think. It's not too small, and it's kind of remote, and you could theoretically power an observatory probably pretty well with a large windmill. I think it takes 200, yep. So you could have probably, honestly, a small windmill with some flywheels, or a large windmill with some flywheels. See what ends up looking nice. Yeah, observatory here would be super cool. Might not be the most efficient place to put one. Well, maybe we could just put a small lodge or something and do some nice landscaping, make it look like a little science and research outpost. Especially now that we have the mod that has the beavers relocate every single day. Yep, you just saw it change again to optimize production. I think that would end up being really, really cool. Like I said, I really, really want to do some nice looking stuff and focus not quite so much on just the mechanics. It's not a style I typically play very often, so it is a good chance to step a little bit outside my comfort zone and get some other fun, interesting stuff done. So, all right, so let's see. Packaged foods seem to be dipping a number a little bit, so let's check our ingredients. We are out of maple pastries, which is probably a problem with wheat flour. Yeah, we don't have a lot of wheat flour here. So what that says to me is that we need more wheat. Now let's check our potato situation is... we have more than enough potatoes, I think. So we probably can get away with unplanting some of these potatoes. Or at least one row of potatoes. Actually, you know what? I'm going to take the advice of commenters and I'm just going to destroy them. We have so many potatoes. But let's start. Let's start with 2 rows. Just get rid of those, and then we'll plant some more wheat. Make sure that we have a little bit of a better time getting stuff taken care of. We are going to redo this. Like I said, most of the grass, I would like for that to be actual, farming, which is why I want to put so much of the storage underground. Plus, it looks cool, or it look better at least. We want to make sure that we're storing up plenty of these, and the number is only going down because the drought's coming, and our numbers of beavers can't really skyrocket the same way that they do with the iron teeth, but they need to be increasing, and we need to make sure we have plenty ready for them to go. So we'll add a couple more rows of wheat. Hopefully that will eventually make its way into some more wheat flour, some more other stuff. Cattails, we have so many cattails. Probably need to unplant a lot of this, honestly, but again, that's something we're going to get to in due time. I'm kind of tempted to just go ahead and detonate this, but I know better. I know better than to detonate while they could possibly be working on it. So after they go to bed, yeah, just as soon as they settle down to sleep, we're going to light all these explosives off, and it's I heard they like that, like being knocked out of their beds by explosions. All right, so the workday is done. I don't think anyone's going to be coming up here. Oh, look at this sneaky guy. Working late. Stop it. All right. Now nobody should be coming up here, so let's set these off. Yes, excellent. So now they can get to all of this, and they can also get to these. Maybe that'll go faster. Maybe it won't. Who knows? We'll see. But that's going to open up a lot more space up here, and then that's going to mean that we can have a little bit more of an aesthetically pleasing setup, which we can definitely look forward to. Now, let's see, we're up to 2100. I think if we check our ingredients, yeah, so the maple pastries definitely seem to be a bottleneck. We're going to want to get a little bit more efficient. We have plenty of maple syrup, but again, the wheat flour is the limiting factor here. So we have one for cattail flour, one for wheat flour. We just don't have enough wheat. I think this Dutch windmill does not have a problem keeping up, but it needs to have supply, which is not something we presently have a ton of. There's going to be a little bit of fine-tuning with the ratios of stuff planted. I think it's going to be maybe a little difficult to get completely right at first, but it's not anything that's impossible. We should be getting a drought warning here in a couple days, so I really wanted to get into these larger flywheels first, but I don't know that we're realistically going to be able to do that. We have the large, just regular flywheel, 5,000 science, which we can research. And we actually have all the materials to build, I believe. We don't have 80 treated planks. What's the capacity on that? I wish it would tell us in the mod. Because we have the framed ones. We've used a couple of these. That's me. Yeah, but we have the ability to build a couple of these other ones. So why don't we just go ahead and research? I don't think I need to do all of them right now, but we have medium flywheels and we have the framed ones. I think I'm going to want to do the framed ones first because we're going to be stacking them. So if I research horizontal and then vertical. Yeah, see, these are cool because it's 3 by 3 by 1. So we can actually bury these underground. Or, well, buried underground probably needs to be the vertical one because of power transmission concerns. But we can also use them as just a big power storage tower. And then, of course, the large ones are not caged yet. I believe... Don't quote me, but I believe that is something that's in the works, or at least on the roadmap for a future release. But we'll see what happens when we get there. I think I can set these off. Yes. Okay, that's safe. We're just working. We're doing our best over here. In terms of power storage, we don't have network stats for storage, obviously, but these are all looking pretty good. But even an army of these small flywheels is not nearly as space efficient or powerful enough to match any of these. I think these medium framed ones are 10,000 apiece. These are, well, now they're 1,500. I don't know if the mediums were nerfed as well when that was updated. But let's see. 9 of these small flywheels. I guess theoretically is a lot more power stored. But the way these are set up on the map is just not space efficient. You can't build on top of these, although we could if they were framed. But the medium ones, I think, are going to be a much better thing. Plus, they look cool. All right, can I set this off without killing a beaver? Survey says yes. So that's exciting. And we also need to do some underground piles for basic building materials and stuff. We'll get to that too. I'm just so laser focused on this. I really want to start stockpiling explosives so we can start blowing all this up. And if I had, if I had like 4,000 of these packaged foods stored up, then I would feel safe just completely blasting all of this away right now. But I don't think we're quite there yet. Got to get a little bit more going on. And we need to figure out something to do over here too. Most of this above ground space right here probably should be more plants or crops or what have you. But that's going to have to come at another time, I'm pretty sure. Here's our drought warning. All right, how are we looking here? Plank storage, yeah, we got a pretty good amount. Logs, completely full. Metal blocks, not completely full. Packaged foods. This probably should be set to obtain, I think. Yeah, that would be smart. Let's set that to obtain. And then we'll be able to make sure that the district center, district crossing, I guess is what it's called now, is able to have plenty without having to go all the way across the map. And these guys actually don't have anything to do because there's no stairs to go up. So let's fix that. Just fixing little problems one at a time. Build ourselves a path. And now these guys, once that's done, well, if I mark it for cutting, that is, these guys will be able to get up to this area. I don't know how far. Oh, they can actually get most of that done. Cool. That's going to be nice. Got a little over 2 days till the drought comes. I think we're looking pretty good otherwise. Not really much to be super concerned about except our production of our packaged foods. Now we're out of bread. Yep, that's also because of the wheat. I'm kind of afraid to unplant, but because right now this is all the potatoes we're growing. Got rid of everything over here. I think we're fine based on the amount of potatoes you get. You get 4 grilled potatoes for every 1 potato farm. So in theory, we shouldn't have any problems. So just because we can, I'm going to take another row of potatoes away and plant some more wheat. Also, we have a ton of storage potatoes. Yeah, we just need to get a little bit more efficient with our selection of farmland. And once all of this is buried, is not going to be a problem. Not nearly as much. In fact, we can probably... Where's my farmhouse here? Yeah. We might even be able to come up with a design that's going to allow us to use more of the space over here for farming, especially once this is all gone. So we'll get a little bit of space here. We'll get some space here. Should look a little bit nicer. Now we've got some more beard booster names here. Let's see. Dr. Helfenstein died of old age. MP3zilla was born. Let's see. Who else? I think that might have been... No, Ace was born. Gary Riffle's born. Jack Galvin's grown up. Stakier has grown up. Who else? Who else? Oh, it's messing with me now. Joe Coulter is born. Yep, Pekempy was born. Jonathan Durette's grown up. And then I believe that's all of them. We'll see. All right, I fixed that. I'm going to replace this windmill once these stop turning. I think that would make the most sense. How are these? Are these full? Yes, they are. Very good. All right, let's detonate these. Got one more. All right, nobody died. Good. Lots of beavers growing up. Good to see. We got 21 kits. How about that? Alright, let's get the these things done. I don't think I even need to worry about demolishing that. Alright, so now we have a bunch of space up here. Tons of space. So we can think about a little bit better organizing of stuff here. Got some space here that would be better for some 4 deep buildings. Like we have our woodwork shops and our explosives factories and stuff like that. That would fit very nicely up here. So once they get rid of this stuff, I think I have to build a path back here so they can get to it. So we'll let them do that. Make sure there's nobody coming to place dynamite in the middle of the night before I set this off. I believe we're probably safe. So let's do that. They just have these 4, and yeah, look at those soon enough. And then we can get into some other fun stuff. Now, the underground piles, as a couple of you have reminded me on the Discord or in the comments, 6-day drought, by the way, you can build over the underground piles with the help of some of our mod stuff, like side platforms, the reinforced platforms, and all that, arches and stuff. So that is something we're going to be able to do. I just don't know exactly where we're going to want to do that because the height of the map really is not, well, it's not very high because we have a lot of other stuff going on. The map is a little bit lower. So how are we doing? Spatterdock, we have 38 harvested. We haven't grilled as much. I think, yeah, we can probably prioritize a bunch of these by haulers at this point. I'm going to unprioritize the grill for potatoes. Hello, GinUpTheWater, grilling potatoes for us. Let's see. Yeah, we got lots of growing up beavers. I don't think we had, no, we already saw Skrymer was born, I think. Maybe. Alex is growing up. Darticus has grown up. Yep, we've seen these. Okay, so we have these set up here. Detonate. And get rid of the slope. Cool, so we have all this space. Let's go ahead and start setting out our stuff. I'm going to slow this down just a little bit so we don't advance too rapidly here. Well, we have, for wood purposes, we have our lumber mill, we have gear workshop, paper mill, printing press, which we have not gotten to yet, but honestly probably could. We have plenty of wood. So that takes paper. I'm going to go ahead and research it because we have the science for it. So now we're all done. So this is, printing press is a 4x2 building. Wood workshop is 4x2. The rest of these are 2x3. Tapper shack doesn't really count. Like I said, the smelter is a 2x4 building, as well as the explosives factory. And I believe that's the only other 2x4 buildings for production with the folktales. Could be wrong. Could definitely be wrong. But I think that's going to make the most sense for us to do that right there. So let's put wood processing along the back side here. And I'm going to go for wood workshop. I'm not going to flip the buildings because I think the building flip mod is causing a lot of problems right now. But let's do 2 wood workshops and a printing press right here. That'll be nice against the back side. And then I think for our industrial area, let's see. Let's try some of these other paths. These metal paths. That doesn't really look like metal. Hold on. Let's get rid of that. Frog path is for underwater. We got plastered wood path, and then we've got where's the, oh, there's bricks. I always like the idea of brick stuff. I think it looks really classy. This is a very nice diagonal pattern. So we'll leave that there. Now, the wood workshop takes planks, which would logically lead us to putting a lumber mill right next door. And then here on the corner, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this path go all the way out here. Please let me click. Thank you. And then I believe it's going to be in our best interest to dynamite that, and we'll put some ladders along the outside here. And then we can actually put in some storage stacked up in this area. We'll see exactly how that's going to work. But you can see what I'm getting at here, right? I wanted to put in stuff that is going to kind of match in neat rows with the bricks for a nice aesthetic. And then I think it's probably not too unreasonable for us to do a little bit of decorating in our industrial district. And I think it would be very nice to have our hedges right here in the middle of our industrial avenue. We have plenty of space. so we can take a little bit of time to make stuff look nice. No? Okay, so another thing I want to do is I'm going to dynamite this down. We're going to have this come down, and I think I want to have the vertical power shafts come up underneath a building or go directly into a building. So if I do that, then I can just have this come up the backside and go into, what do we have right here? The printing press. So that's going to take, the paper, which we can't currently make over here. I don't have a spot for it yet. Well, we have the facilities, so just not in this area. I'm trying to kind of group stuff in ways that make sense. So if we did that, then we would want to have, I think the paper takes logs. Yes. Okay. So is there a way I can put in paper mill in a manner that's not going to look completely ridiculous? Maybe not. We'll have to play with things a little bit. I also need to think about power transmission across here. Maybe we'll just keep going underneath. I know we do have the powered levees. That is a way for us to put in the paths on top. I don't know. I don't think I can get the bricks on top of a levee to have the same texture. No, it's just a it's just like a fence. So yeah, so I think I kind of want to avoid that if at all possible. So I know we have the ability to just kind of route things around the outside, and the way this is all hooked up, oh, look at them. Look at our army coming in to start building stuff. Now, I am going to pause these because they don't have any way to get power currently. Yeah, that's right, turn around. I want to get them to install the explosives first so we can get everything else hooked up, but having this powered in either from the side or from the back or what have you, I think is going to end up being pretty nice. So we'll let them get those explosives in place, and then we'll come back to look at other stuff. Let's see, we're up to 2,300. Yeah, okay, so we're missing grilled spatterdock. Why is that? This should, okay, this is the right one. We shouldn't really have any problems with that. We have plenty of spatterdock in storage. We have even more that we haven't harvested yet. I think it's just our grill can't keep up. Either that or the hauling is not happening quite as nice as it should. We also have another spot we can open up for workers, but we don't have workers to do that. So let's see. Is this district low on... Okay, so there's actually... Oh, okay, it's because they're not adults yet. All right. Right. Well, I think we're doing okay. Let's turn the speed back up and continue doing our thing here. All right, so that's done. Now I can have this come down as a ladder. There we go. That's going to look quite nice. And then we'll have this just connect along this way. And I'm going to go ahead and blast all of this down. Oh, I actually could have done that right there, but we're not going to worry about it. I'll get this nice and level, and then we're going to put storage here. Like I said, I can fit some 2x3s here, stack those up nice and tall, and then just have platforms connect around the front. Maybe dress those up, make them look a little nicer, and then we'll have stuff set up in a slightly better way. All right, so this is done. Okay, let's put in, I believe, probably universal power shaft is going to be the best option. Just to have that taken care of. Just make a nice stack. I think that'll be fine. Get those built up, and then I can actually take this out and make these two into straight. Is this still connected? Yes. All right, not going to do us any harm to just go ahead and get that figured out. I'm going to do flywheels, of course, for capacity purposes. Get those all figured out there. It looks like that's in place, and I'm going to start building this printing press. That's going to be the first thing to get power, and will also help our beavers with a little bit of a well-being boost. It's always welcome. So it looks like this is just about done. Just need somebody to come out and take a look at it. Get everything all finished up. And yeah, there we go. That is looking nice. Explosives are here. Now that we have this ladder here, I think I'm going to go ahead. Oh, that's right. We're gonna have these two both replaced by the large windmills. All right, let's do that. Get rid of this. Get rid of this. I'm just gonna go ahead and take that out. Oh, they really can't reach this? Are you serious? Jeez. Alright, well, in that case, let's just put ourselves a ladder system here. There we go. Get that taken care of. They still haven't finished this, really? Oh, I disconnected the path, that's why. Alright, this is now the #1 priority to get that ladder built. Okay. I did a dumb there. Okay, that's connected. This guy just needs to be accessible. Making books. Hey, MP3zilla, you're in the printing press now. Making some knowledge for our beavers. Oh my god. How did I not see this flavor text? I don't know if this is a mod or not. I think I downloaded a mod that had extra flavor text, but it says, usually beavers consume each page right after reading, so good literature is always in demand. Oh, that's hilarious. Of course they would. Alright, everything's connected now. Looking good. This should be charging. Eventually this isn't because it's not turning, which we knew. That's why I had this set up here. But we should be generating plenty of power. Yep, looks like we are. And then I believe wood workshop. Yeah, we can go ahead and start building that one. Now that this universal shaft is back here, we have our lumber mill we're going to put there. I think probably put another lumber mill right here, just because. Put our brick path on there, and then here we have a 2x2 space that I really want to try and put something here. So can I just go ahead and build a platform on top of this? I sure can. Not going to lose sleep over that, looking the absolute best it can, but that will get me another thing built right there. So now we have all of this lovely stuff right here. And I believe that is going to end up looking pretty nice. All right, let's... I was going to detonate this, but I'm kind of concerned about having this be the only access to the top. So maybe we'll leave that alone for right now. See, look how our packaged foods supply is dipping. And it's those maple pastry. It's this wheat. I'm telling you, we need to be growing a lot more wheat. And we still have too many potatoes, which I find kind of hard to believe that we're able to feed 116 beavers off of only this amount of potatoes. So, all right, well, I'm going to do it again. I'm going to delete another row of potatoes and plant another row of wheat. So I guess we'll find out what the equilibrium point on all of this is. Might take us a little while. But it's going to be so much nicer to have this look a little bit more aesthetically pleasing. I think it's going to be a very, very good upgrade for us. And I do think I want to put in a hedge straight down the middle. I do think I want to do that. So I'm going to go ahead and place those there. Actually, let's see. What's the midpoint of this? I got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 16. So it actually probably would be a smart idea to have... Yeah, let's have another path come through here. Remember, this isn't going to be the most efficient thing you've ever seen, but it is going to be... No, I don't want to click on you. Stop it. It is going to be at least somewhat nice looking. So we have this here. In the middle, we can probably put some storage. Or maybe this entire middle part could just be storage, period, point blank. I don't know. I kind of like the idea of stuff making sense. I don't know. That probably didn't make sense. Oh, there's your comedy for today. But let's take a second to think about how we might want this to be set up here, because we have the hedges. Those are going to look quite nice. No hedge maze is a challenge when you can just chew through. Oh, come on, the flavor text. Yeah, these have to be new texts. Hey, Joe. Worked in the wood workshop. Why are treated planks so strong? Because of resins. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, I know this is an old flavor text. I remember that. Mechanized wood processing caused much gnashing of teeth among older beavers. Paper mill, what originated as a dried snack for scavengers, quickly found multiple other uses. See, I love like world building like that. Really, really cool. But I digress. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to have another brick path come all the way around here. So there you have a little bit of aesthetic appeal. I don't know if it actually adds any well-being here. Oh, shrubs. Shrubs add it. Hedges do not. So I'll tell you what. I know I just keep moving the goalposts. But we're gonna make stuff that looks nice and is at least somewhat functional. So I'll put a couple hedges here. Yeah, that's gonna look nice. Drops over. Very cool. And we have our little industrial alleyway here. So this is wood processing. We're obviously gonna need more than what we have here, but this is a good start. We don't have any gear stuff over here. So let's see, we have, well, explosives, obviously. Jared Murphy's grown up. All right, Skrymer's grown up. Pekempy's grown up. Yeah, we already know Joe had grown up because he was making wood in the wood workshop. There you go. I kind of like how this looks, actually. I think that is quite nice. Let's put in a platform here and a platform here. We could either do roof decorations or, yeah, you know what? Let's do that. Put some roof decorations here. And then because of the way our flywheels and stuff are set up, I think we could just do, we're not going to mirror this, obviously. I don't need the 2x4s here. That's why I put them on the far back end. But I think I can put in some nice lumber mills and other type of processing things. And then, of course, we are going to have storage. But that might end up just being on this side over here. We'll see what happens. So I know if I do this like this, I'm going to have space for 2. If I have this set up like so, then I don't want this path to be here. This is going to have to be cut off in some other way. So, okay, I'm going to need... You know, actually, I'm going to make this into a gear workshop, just so we have one of everything over here. Make sure this is paused. And then I think we'll do... Yeah, I'm going to pause all of these. We're not going to build those quite yet, but yeah, we'll have a total of 5 lumber mills. Currently we have 4, I think. Yeah. There'll be a little bit of an upgrade. 4 lumber mills there. This large pile is going to be relocated somewhere else. And I think what we'll do now is I'll go ahead, since we have the ability to actually get up some other way, I'll go ahead and put our dynamite here. And that will give us a 3x here. We're going to have to unplant some carrots. So let's do... I think that will be fine. Just like it is. It's only 4 days. We'll wait for those to grow up here. Get somebody to finish that. Yeah, and like I was saying, we're going to have storage stacked up here, and then we'll have paths going all the way across with ladders to go up on that side. And then I believe, if I've done my mental math correctly, which is entirely possible that I've not, I can do pause that. Do 2 more. Yes, 2 more here. And then we'll just move our large pile somewhere else. Okay, let's detonate this. There we go. Looking good, looking good, looking good, looking good. And I believe what the height of this is 3. No, I'm not going to be able to blast this down because yeah, we're going to be fine. Gonna be fine putting medium warehouses here. So we'll put 2 right there. Now let me show you a little trick here. We have this little hidey hole. Actually, before we build any of this, oh, this is going to be good. What if? Hear me out. What if we detonate all of this. We need storage for explosives. Let me do that real quick. Okay, let's build that there and put in... Oh, dynamite doesn't go in that. Never mind. Hold on. Hold on. We'll put in a small warehouse. There we go. For dinamite. Must be Italian. There we go. If I blast all of this out, we can use our horizontal framed flywheels. And I can put in, I believe, based on this, I can put in 6 of these. That's going to hold a lot of power. In fact, I'm going to do that under here, too. The only problem is going to be actually detonating all this stuff. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to do this kind of in stages here. It's 3, that's going to be 6, that's 8. So we'll only do 6 wide here. But we're going to have to be kind of smart about this. Hide our power storage underneath, so we don't have to have all this ugly here. Although I do love these, but that's a space we could be much better using. All right, so this is starting to look a little bit better. I do want to harvest these carrots. I know, sue me. We don't really need to have that many things stored up like that, but that's fine. So, industrial materials that can go in a medium warehouse. This is not for food. Don't worry. Industrial materials that can go in one of these are things like gears, which will do the 2 bottom ones. And then above that, we can have space for paper. Although, let's be honest, we probably need to have a couple more for gears. And the only other things that are industrial that can be stored in warehouses are bot parts, books, which I don't consider to be industrial, or dynamite. So I'm going to make these top ones into gears again, because gears are going to be very, very useful. And as soon as they're stored here, we can actually get rid of that, which means that this space can become something else. Yeah, so I'm going to do all of these one at a time, so we can be sure that we get all the way down without having to worry about building stairs. And it might take us a little bit of time just because we only have the one of these things going. But the good news is that we have plenty of time to do that. Oh, we are almost at an hour. Well, maybe we don't have plenty of time. Oh boy, well, you know what they say. It's fine. So we're going to have this come around this way, and then I think if I've done my proportioning correctly here, I can have another ladder. I can have another ladder right here to go up. And we'll see what happens with that. Alright, so platform. Coming all the way around here. Make sure we put our path on it to come off of the ladders. And then we'll do another one. Like so. Get this all figured out here. Looking good. Yeah, and then probably we'll end up building something else on top of this in a little bit. But for right now, we'll just keep on putting this here. And this is only 2 deep. I want this to be 3 deep so I can build a ton of these things. Alright, do we have full storage over here for our logs? Yes, we do. So we need to have another underground pile. Probably needs to be... oh, I'll just build one up here. We're not going to grow anything else up here anyway. So let's do that. Put that guy right there. And that's going to be 4 logs. Just store them where they're grown. That's fine. I probably should have one up here too. I don't really have a 3x3 space except right behind here, and that's not going to be very symmetrical, so I might not mess with that too much. I like where this is going. It's just going to take us a while. But when has this ever been quick or easy, right? No, we still don't have any explosives here because we're just using them as soon as we make them. Alright, so this is actually working pretty well. Looking nice, looking good, I think. Yeah, I'm going to put another thing here. If I do brick path, okay, it's not the most beautiful thing ever, but it does work. Technically, it does work. Alright, come harvest these carrots so I can build something else here. Just delete them, bro, you don't need them. Yeah, you're probably right, but But also, I know someone's going to have made a comment about this. I'm putting the wheat in. We're getting there. We're getting there. Stay with me. Okay, we're making progress there. I haven't even checked on these guys in forever, so I don't have any idea what they're up to. Probably still, you know, cutting trees down. Yep, sounds about right. Working on it. Getting scrap metal from the scrap metal places. All right, business as usual there. No, no notes. I really like this little split boulevard. Who says it has to be boring, right? I do think I want to put in another explosives factory, especially now that we have wood workshop. Bam 905. Sorry, buddy, you're going to have to go get some new employment. I'm going to put an explosives factory here. I don't know if it's going to be you working there, but suffice to say, we need... Wow, look at that. They're already putting stuff in. We really need more explosives. Plus, we already have the wood workshop here, and we can have a second one if we feel like we need it. I don't think we do right now. Alright, so that's done. Alright, large pile can go away because now we have other places to store stuff. So we're going to start now with... oh, okay, I didn't want that to go there, but that's fine. I'm going to start bringing this down, and then once we get that all taken care of, hopefully it goes a little faster. Is that 3 deep? That looks 3 deep. Let's test it with our other flywheel. Yes, that is, in fact, 3 deep. Cool. So we just have to make this a bigger hole now. And that is a very long and... Jonathan Durette making explosives. Making some bombs. Hey, Bam 905 went to work in this explosives factory. Alright, so we got 2 beard boosters making explosives. Don't make those guys mad. Printing press is printing. Oh, we don't have any storage for books. That's probably something we should fix. Just maybe. Packaged foods. I'm going to turn this one into a book storage, because we already have plenty of storage for packaged foods. And it's a good idea to have at least a little bit of book storage. Cool. Alright, so that is looking nice. We have an unemployed beaver. Really? Okay. So why did that happen? We got to fix that. Have I maxed out my hauling post? Yes, I have. Builder set? Yes, I have. I actually should have that go slightly lower priority. Alright, this is ready to detonate. Please do not walk into the explosives. Thank you. Alright, down that goes. Okay, now we can come over here and fix the rest of this. Alright, we're going to put in some more storage, medium warehouses. Now, we already have this stuff kind of taken care of. I'm going to make storage on the bottom for some dynamite. And then what else would we need? Pine resin probably would not be a bad thing to have on hand. I'm going to put that on the top one, though. We'll make that into a obtain. And then down here in the middle, other industrial stuff. I guess we could just have book storage. It's probably fine. So we'll make do with that as we will. Get those all hooked up. Very nice. And then eventually this will connect with a ladder to go up to here. But for right now, let's keep on doing our explosives. There we go, looking good. Should be a much faster process now that we have 2 explosives factories. And I'm really excited to get these vertical, or not, I guess they'd be, the direction naming always gets me. Horizontal frame, because the flywheel is laying down horizontally, but it transmits the power vertically, which is why I always want to call it vertical. Alright, so this is now 3 deep, and we'll do the last one right here. The keen-eyed among you might notice that that's going to leave us with a 1 tile wide space here, which is why we're going to get rid of this stuff, because that's going to give us more space on this side to put in a path. And then I think, based on how this is looking, I think we can have... Something behind here may, I don't know, we'll figure it out. But I'm going to have enough room for, I believe, 4 tile deep buildings here. We're not going to probably be building very many, but we'll get there eventually. All right, our potato supply is still fine. We're in no danger of being out of potatoes. So I think we've done well to turn this. I guess this is what, 4 by like 10? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 4 by 9. So we've done well to turn this area into some more wheat instead of potatoes. Going to be much better off in the long run. Up to 2,800 of these. Wow. Cool. So this is actually looking really good, although maple pastries are still low, and I know it's not because of the maple syrup. So we probably should have 2 bakeries for this, I'm thinking. So once we have this kind of ripped out, I think we'll be in a better spot. But this, I think, is going to be more important for us to get this done, so we might not get to that today. We'll see depending on how fast this stuff ends up going here. Some of you would probably love to see a 3-hour video, but I would hazard a guess that most of you probably don't want 3 hours. So we'll do what we can, and if we don't get to stuff, then we don't get to it. It's not that big of a deal. All right, so we haven't really done anything here, and we kind of can't until we have somewhere else for this stuff to go. I do like, however, I like this. I think this is a nice kind of standard, we'll call this medium density beaver housing. It's got a little bit of visual appeal. It's got a shower. It's got some recreational spaces. And it's got convenient food storage close by. So we'll probably emulate this in other spots around the map. And I do want to make a couple different variations. Maybe one surrounding a pool or a couple of pools, lidos, whatever you want to end up calling those. Should be a pretty nice looking thing. All right. All right, so that is good to go. Let's put in some more of these guys. And then maybe right here in the middle, since we have this, it's going to end up being like a 2 by 7 space, actually. Would be good for storage or would be good for some other uses. Maybe we can put some production that doesn't require power. Food-based, maybe, in the middle. We'll see what this ends up looking like. Might try a couple things out, but the most important thing is to make something that is functional and looks at least somewhat interesting. So this is going to be really cool once we have these flywheels down here. I think that's going to be fantastic. And of course, they'll be connected through other means to the power. Now, if I was really smart, I would have dug a trench underneath these, which I guess I probably still could do. Okay, I'm not gonna attempt it. I think we're probably fine how we are. Yeah, let's get this last one in, and then we can start building these things. Come on. Come on, somebody finish this. Cool. Detonate. Now the fun part comes. Horizontal framed flywheels. Now these are going to use a lot of resources, but I think we should be okay. Alright, so we'll put 6 of those guys in. That's going to take up quite a bit of space, but it's going to be so worth it when this is all... Oh, they hold 15,000. Good. Good. They lose 4 per hour. These lose 10 per hour, so the additional momentum of the larger stone... I'm assuming it's just a stone in the middle. But, additional momentum must help them not lose as much power. So kudos to Battery Smooth for writing a very realistic feeling mod. And just so much better than putting gravity batteries everywhere. Man, I hate those things. They are ugly. But this is going to be a sleek and elegant solution with some nice brick pavers outside. Love to see that. All right, and once this is done, I'm going to let them build up some dynamite storage for a little bit, and then I think we can probably make a mass movement to get some of this taken care of. But I really want to make sure we have more of these packaged foods stored up before that happens. Now, why is this pile empty? Huh. All right, we're making progress there. We do have to solve the problem of actually getting the power into these things. So maybe that's going to be what goes behind here, is just a bunch of power shafts. We'll go across, maybe underneath. Maybe underneath would be smart. Underneath the path, that is. Let's take a moment, take a look at our power shaft options. We have universal shafts, we have powered levies, universal powered levies, we have the high power shaft, and of course we have the flywheel. So I think it's probably going to be in our best interest to just carry stuff over the top, but that's not going to look as good, I don't think. So what I'm going to do, I believe, yeah, let's do, my brain is attempting to think. There's a dial-up modem somewhere in there screeching away. I don't want this to look ugly is the problem. But I probably just need to kind of come to terms with the fact that it's most likely going to look ugly. So let's detonate there. Was that scrap metal? Oh, smelter's not even up here. Why did I do this? Does this have storage for scrap metal? Yes. Okay, so this can go bye-bye. Don't need that here. Treated planks don't need to be here. We can put those somewhere else. But we do need storage. And treated planks, I believe, have to go in a pile. So maybe what we do here is we just put a bunch of piles right here in the center, because that doesn't have to be powered. And that would actually be a pretty convenient thing. Unfortunately, we don't have anything but the 1x1s and the 3x3s. So this is probably going to be, I'll probably just do like this. We'll see if that ends up working out nicely or not. But if I have this whole thing kind of set up like so, I'll just go ahead and detonate all of this since we're already here. Oh, good. They built the first two. Cool. Yeah, it's going to take them a while to get that done. But if I detonate this whole trench here, then I can have this go underneath our path, connect these from the back side here. We'll put some universal levies. And I think that is going to end up looking pretty nice. Cool. So as we continue to improve all of this nonsense, we'll see what ends up coming out of that. But having the storage here on the side is looking a whole lot nicer than just having garbage mishmash up here. And we might end up actually putting windmills on top of our warehouses here. Seeing what we're able to do. I think, can I? Wow, look at me go. Let's build this first, but if I can put a large windmill here and it not actually get in the way of anything, I think we're going to do that. I know, oh, can I actually? Oh, because it's tall. Is it actually going to let me do this? Because that would be a fantastic thing to put right there. Just a large windmill right on the side. Oh, I'd love that. Oh, that's such a game changer. That's fabulous. Is it going to let me put this, wow, right next to it? Small windmill. Yeah, it won't let me do that because it's too, oh, this is such a game changer. Oh, this is fantastic. I love this. Love it so much. So let's actually do, yeah, let's do this. Let's put two little flywheels right there, and then I will put in a large windmill. So that will give us two, and that's actually going to look really nice, I think. Putting these in there like so. One is going to be slightly closer to the center than the other, but I don't think I care. That's going to get two of them out of here. It'll look really, really nice, I think. Very cool. All right, let's tell these guys to prioritize these dynamites. Because if we can get this infrastructure in place, so we can have the power connected immediately as soon as this stuff is all built. And that's going to look really nice. All right, that's done. So now we can come in, I believe. I always want to click that. Let's put our, let's see, universal powered levies. We'll go ahead and research those. If I have those set up here, we don't need all of this to be universal powered levies, but I think we're definitely going to have underneath here is going to have to be either a power shaft or a levee. But I was thinking the universal power levees would be good because you could just connect to whatever. But strictly speaking, isn't necessary. We just have to have some sort of method for getting stuff underneath. These take a lot of resources. So you know what? You know what? Let's just put those on the outside, outer bounds of this, and then the inside can just be regular old power shafts or flywheels. Horizontal framed flywheels flipping out on me here. I just think I need to... it always messes me up. Vertical. The flywheel is vertical, not the shaft. Okay. Let's just make sure I line up the shaft correctly. We'll just have this set here. And then we'll have our path go over the top. And then, of course, this is going to have to get built. So let's do... yeah, let's do construction priority high on this. Oh, we're getting closer with these other ones here. Almost done. Almost. Yeah, build this so I can have the path connected so I can do it over here. Come on. There you go. Good job. Now this gets blown up. I priority that. Alright, very good. Another vertical frame flywheel. Make sure I don't put the shaft going the wrong way. There we go. Come on. Alright, good. So we'll get that connected as well. Cool. So what we'll do now is we will stick our small piles. At least for right now, these 4. Which we're going to need to do... I don't think I need to worry about logs so much. But I will do two logs. Come on, let me click. 2 logs, we'll do 2 planks. Actually, we'll do 4 planks. For those, we could do... we don't actually have any scrap metal happening here, so maybe we'll just right now start with these 8. See how that goes. Look at this, it's beautiful. So much power. That is 45,000 capacity here. This will be another 45. So there's 90,000 capacity storage underneath what all of this is going to be. Where each of these is what? 1,500? Yeah. This wins so much. So let's build on top of it. We have 1 lumber mill here. We're going to have 1 gear workshop here. These are going to be gear workshops on this side. So we'll stick right here, here, and here. We'll put 3 more gear workshops. I'm going to pause those so we don't need those built yet. Because we have so much other stuff that needs to be constructed first. Let's go ahead and get these dynamites in place. Oh, GinUpTheWater died of old age. Texas Game Mom died of old age. Who else? William Laguna was born. Anonymous, that's one of our Patreon donors. Scrolling up. Ace died of old age. And that's as far back as that goes. Alright. So let's get that blown up. I do want to get this finished, quote unquote, before we do this other side. But we need to figure out how to get power over here, which I think is going to have to come from stuff on top of this. Anyway, this is now done. So they can build these things if they feel like it. So how we're going to do this is now this is going to be, where is it? I can do a vertical shaft going into the back of this building, which is going to leave us some space here to do other stuff. And that's pretty much all the connections that's going to be necessary. So I'm just going to, you know, go ahead and have that set up like so. And then all this space behind here, we can do pretty much whatever we want yet. Yet I don't think we can put in These guys I don't think are going to connect, although that would be kind of funny. They're just a little bit too tall, so we could put in some vertical frame flywheels just to store a little bit more power, and that's honestly probably what we need to be doing anyway. We'll see what ends up fitting, but this, I believe, is going to be the thing that makes the most sense for what we have going on here. Just store a little bit more power. Just trying to get that X to go in the right spot. Alright, I am going to pause construction on these just because we don't need them yet. Let's see if we can get a little bit more focused on some other stuff. Now, I also need to make sure we put in these guys, and we should still have enough, except not in the realm of metal, but make plenty more of that. I'm not concerned. Gears-wise looks good. Alright, so let's do right here. There we go. And since this is a universal power shaft, they are going to connect up and to the side, but these, of course, don't interface there. So that is why we still have to have the vertical to straight power shaft set up to go to the buildings on the top. So once we have, I'm just going to go ahead and place these, but we're going to pause them immediately. Once I have these 4, I think I decided we're putting 4 up here. I just have to have power come into the side here, which probably is going to end up being a similar scenario to how this is connected. So actually what would make the most sense is for us to not build this one yet, detonate this corner piece out, and actually support the corner of the building with a universal powered levee. So let's do that. Let's get that hooked up, ready to go. Oh my god, it's already an hour 23 minutes. Well, you're getting a long one today. Hope you like those. We really do get into a really nice rhythm once we get pretty far deep into this stuff. So I apologize to those of you who can't watch these all in one sitting. I know it can be kind of a burden to do that, but I do genuinely think they're better videos. And if I had my rathers, if I can only release 3 or 4 videos a week, I would like them to be longer. So we'll see. Of course, if you have any thoughts or opinions on that, you are always welcome to let me know in the comments or on Discord or whatever. Because you guys are the ones that watch these videos, so might as well make them stuff that you guys want to see. Alright, get that prioritized. Get this going, and I think we'll finally be ready to get this whole area up and running. Gonna be really excited. Look at this, we got 4,200 packaged foods. We're starting to amass some explosives. I don't want to get rid of this until I know we have enough explosives to at least start taking care of stuff. And we also have these lodges here that are going to have to be replaced. We don't have anywhere for those guys to go yet. So why don't we go ahead, put in a couple more of these guys over here. It's not going to be anything super complicated, but I think I can get away with, maybe I don't want to put those right there. Maybe I want to put them, and okay, we'll do this. I'll put in 2 right here, and then we'll have this connected nicely like that, and then we'll just worry about stuff later. How about that? Just get these guys some nice homes and worry about making stuff look nice at a little bit later of a time. So that's going to be 12 housing, which means we can get rid of... Okay, I can get rid of these for sure. These ladders. Potato storage, this lodge. And I think I only have... yeah, I got 4 here. I got 2 more here. So I've got 7, I believe. 7 lodges over here. So that is 21 beavers. I think, yeah. So actually, if I build just a couple more of these double lodges, then that'll take care of all of this. We could relocate people. We already have empty beds, so I don't think I'm worried about that. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of that. There we go, so we don't overfill our lodges. Actually, nope, I'm not going to delete it right now. Hold on. Got to get a little bit more done here. Okay, dynamite going in. Now we have injured beavers, of course, because we have all that stuff going on. But we do have some medical beds, and we have a healer who is taking care of those guys. So this is done. Let's go ahead and put in our universal power shafts. Right there, and then on top we'll put a lumber mill. And then, of course, we'll be able to replace these with some additional flywheels. Right now... Oh, it doesn't matter. We can just get rid of these because the wheels are not turning. Water wheels, that is. All right, so that needs to be expedited. This one needs to be expedited, and then this one. Did it not take? There we go. I think the 12 hours screenshot mod is sometimes causing some issues with us actually clicking on stuff, but it's going to be so cool to see it when it's all done. So I'm very, very glad that we have that. This is going to look really cool when it's actually done. Just very slow at building. All right, so we have total storage capacity for explosives of about 230. We're getting there. We're getting there. I think I'm going to need 400 or 500 to do all the detonating that I need to do here. So we'll see what ends up happening, what ends up working, what ends up not working. This windmill, okay, I don't have room to get back in here. This is built though. There we go. Look at that. Look at it go. That's going to be so much nicer to have that there. All right, so these are all built. So once this is all connected, then I will build the rest of these gears. Because this can be impossible for us to actually get power in until the rest of our framed flywheels are in there. So it's time to make a calculated risk. We have 4,400 packaged food. On normal mode, a beaver eats 2 units of food per day, I believe. It's either 2 units twice a day, or it's 2 units per day. So I think, dangerous practice that. I think we're going to be fine to go ahead and get rid of this. Now this space right here, before we do any more deleting, this is 2, 4, 6, 7 units wide right here, which means if we blew up this straight all the way across, then we could move our farm to be somewhere else. Maybe even put it on top of this and then gain another, what do you call it, square here. Or we could move this back another tile, one more, and gain 2 squares. I'm not entirely sure what the best route is going to be. And ultimately, I think it's probably not going to matter that much. Okay, 3 empty houses. Let's quash that immediately. Do they build both? They haven't built these yet. Okay, good, good, good. Let's solve that problem where we have homeless beavers. Get those lodges constructed. It's going to give us another 12, which should mean, please do not crash, thank you, should mean I can get rid of this stuff. So let's go ahead and begin disassembling all of this. I'm just going to choose not to lose any sleep over deleting those. We're about to have 12 more capacity. We have 16 homeless beavers currently. So let's come over here. Actually, I'm addicted to the dynamite, so let's get rid of the medium tank. We'll blast this out for more housing. And then on the back side, put in more of these guys. And then we'll have our own little platform path coming around the outside here. We could actually have this come this way. Probably makes more sense than to mess with our beautiful frog path here. All right, so that's going to go around there. We'll have this come all the way around that way. It's going to look good. It's not going to be exactly like this, but in a similar style, I think it'll look quite nice. So let's get that built. Shouldn't have too many more homeless beavers here. All right, get rid of that. Potato storage we just aggressively do not need. I have not quite enough storage to get rid of this stuff, but we will get rid of it. Farmhouse, I absolutely need to relocate the farmhouse before we do anything else. So I think it's going to be in our best interest to put that up on platforms in the water. We'll say right here. Efficient farmhouse, which will give us the ability to plant pretty much everywhere we're actually going to be growing stuff right here. And once that's built, we can get rid of our farmhouse. Healer's going to move as well. Don't know exactly where that's going to be. Let's see, how are we looking here? We're making progress. We got 3 more of these to build before we can really worry about any other power stuff going here. Now the big problem here is going to be access to the back, which I actually no, we don't need anymore. At least not right now. Don't need anymore. So I don't need to be worried about losing this path access. So let's get rid of this path here. And actually probably all of this now. Our medical beds are not currently occupied. Oh, well, they're also not connected by paths. So let's just get rid of these. Okay, this is coming up. I'm going to prioritize our farmhouse construction. I think that's all marked. Yeah, there we go. Get that done so I can move these guys out. And then the potato stuff. We have plenty of the ingredients here. So this is grilled spatterdock. We actually don't have a ton of that because we don't have storage for it. But we also have over 4,000 packaged food. So I think we're going to be okay if we have to get rid of all of this at once. Should not be that big of a deal. All this rubble is going to be interesting once we start placing explosives. But let's take a look-see here. We can go ahead and detonate probably most of this. We have it come out here. Let's take a look-see here. Okay, so this is going to be 3. We'll have a walkway here, which means we probably... Well, we're not going to have this come through this way anyway. Anyway, all that to say, if I detonate, let's see, we have 3, we have 6. If it needs to be 7 wide, then it has to come up here. So if I just make this 4, 5, 6, 7, like so. If this is the... Oh, okay, hold on. If that's the start, then we can go out this way. I'm going to want... what ingredients go in this? Going to want storage for each of these. So we have bread, carrots, cattail crackers, grilled chestnuts. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. So you have 9 components. Each are going to need 1 large warehouse worth of space. So that would be... I would need space to have 5 on a side, which is 15. 15 tiles long. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 long. Would go all the way out to here and probably require us to put in some levees. But that would be pretty close to the original footprint of most of this area. And then we could have a 10th large storage for either the finished product or something else. I think it probably is going to end up needing to be the finished product. So that is all of the components to go in the Beaver Bentos, but that doesn't have any bearing on the actual ingredients used to make the components, which theoretically I don't think are going to be that big of an issue because we can handle most of that on the top side. So let's just go ahead. Got 4,300 of these things. I don't think we're going to have any sort of a crisis if we just clean cut all of this. Well, except the bakeries. Bakeries are important. The wheat flour is pretty much empty anyway, and that can be stored in the Dutch windmill, neither of which will have to be demolished. The cattail flour warehouse is going to have to be demolished, but by the time we get to that, we'll probably have the rest of this taken care of. The grilled potatoes, I am completely unbothered by those. Chestnuts. I guess the time being, just for the peace of mind. Just for the peace of mind. I'm going to just stick a grill over here. Come on. 4 potatoes, and we'll just say sayonara to these guys. There's no prioritized resource, so that's okay. This farmhouse has been prioritizing potatoes forever, and I know you guys called me out in the comments, and I should have fixed this an hour and a half ago, but I'm going to unprioritize it, because it really doesn't matter. All right, so that's taken care of. Grilled spatterdock, we're not going to have to delete quite yet. We had a bunch of deaths of old age. Ravinia Marie, we have Hakan is born. Very nice. Nanokor is grown up. alvsindre is born again, possibly. Who else? Darticus. Wilco died of old age, and then I think that's it. Yeah. All right. So now we have 198 explosives. We shouldn't really be using them for anything except, well, exploding. So I don't know what they're, I think they're just busy building other stuff. Because this is finally, this lumber mill is finally able to get constructed. So we have the logs. I'm going to go ahead and unpause all of this so that can get built. It's not going to hurt our construction, except for being, you know, in front of everything. So let's just do this chunk for now. It's a 6 by 7. I guess I can go ahead and just make a 7 by 7. Got plenty of wow, look at all this stuff that can go into storage from rubble. We'll blast this down 1. I'll put a ladder in the end, which actually needs to be here. So that needs to be that spot. Oh, packaged food stored here. Okay. Ladder goes here. And then that can just come straight up and, ooh, actually, could possibly connect straight up through here, or it could end up just, you know, coming out to the side. We'll see what happens with the stuff we put on top. This is going to be so nice when it's done. So nice. I do think, though, we have 13 vacancies. I don't think we need to have quite so much going here. We are using the paper, though, so I'm not going to get rid of any of those. Gears-wise, I think I can go ahead and probably just, you know, get rid of this guy. Oh, there's no power. All right, we gotta pause employment for these things that aren't gonna have power for a while. Once they're, you know, actually built. But I can't pause them until they're built, or else they won't build them. You know how this works. Anyway, the point I'm trying to get at is we need some more beavers to be builders, because I think right now they're not. Yeah, we just have 1. So I'm gonna reprioritize the builder's hut. Hauling post is already down. I thought they were going to build this stuff, but I guess not. We're not in deep enough for that. I'm going to get yelled at for another 2-hour episode. All right, what can I trim for jobs? Books are nice, but they are not, strictly speaking, necessary. That'll give me 2 more beavers. But I also don't have a problem with staffing my builder's hut or my district center. So we do have those 8 builders. I think we're probably okay. They are all wanting to build all of this stuff. So I think in the interest of actually, you know, getting stuff done, I'm just going to pause those again. I haven't placed the what do you call it, the large windmill here, because these 2 buildings aren't built, and it would be kind of just a little bit pointless to get that done. All right, so where are my builders and what are they building? Let's take a look. You are dehydrated. Okay. Okay, you are carrying logs to do... Oh, okay, you guys are building the housing. Okay, well, that's allowed. That was always allowed. So I got that. Oh, I did it dumb. I put the grill in the way of our future beaver lodge. Yeah, that was actually really stupid placement on my part. Oh, well, we'll just have to move it to a more inconvenient location, like right here. That's fine. So what I'm going to do is, let's say prioritize that construction, and then deprioritize all of the rest of this, because we really just don't need that, but I can use another Devil Lodge. That'll help us out just a little bit. And then hopefully they can come over here and take care of these dynamites, because we have almost filled up our storage, and I want to make sure we're using them. Okay, who has nothing to do in range? You are a lumberjack flag with... Oh, did you get every tree? Good job. So you can get paused or deleted. And I have 3 vacancies. So what is... okay. Oh, that's the builder's hut. That's okay. That's allowed. This is chugging along quite happily, making mental blocks. No, I make mental blocks on myself. Metal blocks. There we go. Making progress here. So this is 3. We'll do 6. I guess it doesn't matter. Just need this to get put down. Looks like they're doing that. And then we'll light all these off. Please do not die in the explosion. Thank you. Yes. Delicious. Let's do one more. And I can put the, what do you call it? The ladder in. Alright. That's done. Ladders, in you go. Let's get that on the back side. Looks like it is. Yes. Put 2 of those in, and then they can come down here and start doing the rest. So we'll do 3, then 6. So we can actually build this incrementally as we are going along. End up being a lot easier for everybody involved, I think. All right, here comes another drought. Good. Did we build this? We sure did. All right, how many incapacitated beavers do we have? 11. Okay, so that tells me that we actually really need to build another healer. So where do I have space for a healer? This water is empty. Let's go ahead. Just because this is where most of them live. We'll put a healer in... yeah, we'll put that in there. And then we'll put our medical beds. Can I put them underneath here? Okay, no, that's already something. Okay, so I know I can put 2 right there. We're going to need more, so I'm not going to waste too much more time, but I will put in 4 more right there. We'll get that connected with a path, so that'll give us 6 beds. How many did it say we needed? Oh, 13. My God, okay. That's the explosives factories, man. They just chew beavers up and spit them out. All right, medical beds, medical beds. Yeah, let's just put a bunch more over here. All right, no available workers. This is going to have to be a priority job. Hey, Bam, welcome. You're a doctor now. What's that? Was that the Pretender? It's like, are you a doctor? I am today. Good old show. Well, I guess for probably a lot of you it's not old, but... Okay, so this is now height 1. I don't know if it's going to let me put a... oh, it will, but I don't need it to be that low. So we'll leave it right here. I'm going to start building large warehouses. Put in 1 here, put in 1 here. And this is going to be very nice underground storage. So we'll just have this path going all the way down. And then I don't think I'm going to have another platform 1 level up. I might build one anyway, just because, in case we ever have to replace these with single height things. But for right now, this, wow, I got that put in fast. Yeah, raw potatoes are starting to suffer a little bit, but we still have 1,400 in storage, so I think we're going to be fine. Yeah, and just as a reminder, this is finished components for the bentos. This is not raw materials, raw farming, or whatever. We'll have storage for those elsewhere. But the idea is we want to create a whole bento processing area that is not going to look super ugly and will end up being useful. So that should be quite nice. We'll have plenty of space for bakeries up top and the Dutch windmills and everything. I might end up actually organically integrating those a little bit more into the farms as we go along. Not entirely sure. We'll get to there when we get there. So let's start assigning spaces here. We got bread. We'll do the first 4. Bread, carrots, cattail crackers, grilled chestnuts. So bread. Actually, let's look at it this way. Bread. This will be carrots. What was the next one? Bread, carrots, cattail crackers, grilled chestnuts. These are, yep. And then these are regular chestnuts. Where's the grilled? There we are. Okay. So first 4. Oh, I don't think we had storage for bread pretty much. Oh, we did have storage for bread. So now that is... oh, this isn't connected. Let's just go ahead and get that done. So bread storage, I can use my tab to find bread. Bread. You'd think I'd remember where I put all my bread. But I don't. Am I just stupid? Oh, no, this is the 1200 bread storage, my god. I've never had storage for bread before. Carrot storage, once this is built... I don't think that's the next one. No. It should be soon. Cattail crackers don't have a storage, so that will be their first storage. Carrots, though. There's storage for carrots over here that can go away. Berries I'm just really not concerned about whatsoever. What's in here? Grilled potatoes? Alright, these carrots can go away, and this can become probably more water storage just as soon as this is built. What are they waiting on in this? 1 plank? We have planks. There we go. Cattail crackers. That's done. Come on. Carrots warehouse. Let's go. Alright, we have an unemployed beaver. Where should I stick the unemployed beaver? Probably don't actually need to have a debate about it. Incapacitated. Oh, wow. The incapacitated beavers are no longer incapacitated. That's good. Excellent news. There we go. So this can go away. Wheat flour is a component ingredient. One of the other problems is the maple syrup. We're gonna have that storage moved over here at some point. It would be smart and interesting. I don't know if I can pull it off, but to have the ingredient storage above the component storage, if that's at all possible. Some of these obviously are not going to need to be processed, like the carrots. Carrots aren't going to need to be processed. The grilled chestnuts will already be grilled by the time they come over here. I don't think we need to worry about having storage for raw potatoes. I really don't. Spatterdock will already be grilled. Maple pastries are a multi-step thing, so we're going to have something for that. Sunflower seeds don't have to be cooked at all. So yeah, I think we might have enough space on a 7x15 platform to have all of the processing for all of this stuff. And all of the production, all the grilling and everything. I think we can do it. I think we can do it. We're just going to have to get a little creative with space usage here. I want to know why it's taking them so stinking long to build this. We have tons of planks and stuff. We should be pretty much all good to go. All right. Carrot storage. Done. Delete carrots. Done. Now, I don't have anywhere else that is wasting space with carrot storage, do I? Nope, just the regular 1200. So what is lag? Cattail crackers only has the 1200 storage, and then the grilled chestnuts. I know I have grilled chestnut storage. So let's find out where that is. Okay, I have grilled chestnut storage right here. Those don't need to be there. That can go away. Raw chestnuts, honestly, don't really need to have storage there. They're not going to be stored there anyway. But we don't have storage for the grilled chestnuts quite yet. It's almost there. We're getting there. These are already filling up. Look at them. Look at them go. Real fast. So some of the stuff is going to be able to get ahead, and others is going to be lagging behind, but we still have 3,700 packaged food, so that is A-okay. This area is getting somewhere. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and build these 2 lumber mills, because that's going to allow us to start storing power in at least some of these flywheels. My one regret is that I actually can't click on them to find out how much power they have unless I remove some building layers. Let's pause that immediately. Put these 2 logs in here. Do it. Do it. The people will not tolerate a 3-hour video. Alright, that's done. So now this can start storing power. Of course, provided that we... Okay, so now we're storing. Good. Excellent. This is going to be such a power play. Literally, game changer, etc., whatever you want to call it. What does this red thing do? I'm not going to click it, but I don't remember seeing that before. Maybe I'm just insane. That is a very likely possibility. All right, so wheat flour. It's going to go away. Maple syrup. I'm going to construct a temporary smaller storage for the maple syrup. I need to get rid of the dandelions. Going to construct a smaller temporary storage for the maple syrup, and they can just pick it up off the ground and put it in. Don't worry, there's no health inspectors here. But I need to... I guess I could just delete the tank once this is built. I don't need to worry about transferring anything. Don't think it's going to be that big of a deal. But I might do it the proper way anyway. So let's empty... There we go. Maple syrup. Get that in there. At least fill it all the way up before I get rid of this. I know I'm paranoid. It probably doesn't matter. In fact, it definitely doesn't matter. Yeah, that's full. And goodbye. So, since this is connected on the other side, we no longer have to have this in place here, which means I can go ahead and start blasting for the next set of warehouses. And we can start thinking about what's going to go up here. Now, the stuff closest to our power is most likely going to make sense to be, you know, actually used for power. So I think the packing plant is going to need to go probably right here, because this has a little bit of space. Or alternatively, yeah, you know what? Let's just put it over here. In fact, I can go ahead and get this put in a way that makes sense. Let's do yeah, let's do this. So we can just have all of this blown up. There we go. And then we can use our fabulous universal power shafts to, can I not? So now I gotta, I hate it when it makes me do this. Makes me think I can't do... Why can I not put another power shaft on top of this? Am I gonna have to do... No, it's not gonna let me, So how am I gonna get power into here if I can't... Alright, so bear with me here for just a second. We're gonna do a little bit of unscientific Oh, always check and see what layer you're viewing, kids. Okay, that works. Or I can do that, but that's ugly. We'll do this. So I believe, yeah, this is gonna be a little ugly, but we'll get it done. So what we'll do here is I'll go ahead and start building our not beehives. I'll go ahead and put our packing plant in the correct way here. And, hello? Why can't I not? Oh, there's dandelions in the way. Let's just get rid of all this. Okay. Detonate. Boom. And then this can go down one entire level. So that's looking good, Let's put, you know, just because we can have a framed power shaft. Get our flipper to stop flipping. And that guy can go... Actually, I'm going to put that there. There we go. Get gone. Get that built here. Oh my god, I did it again. I misjudged where it was supposed to go. Alright, that needs to go there. Alright, so that is going to be helpful to have. Just for the sake of future-proofing for my idiot self, let's just go ahead and put paths and platforms down there. It's not going to cost us that much more, but the peace of mind is going to be very much worth it. So this now, if they can get the vertical frame flywheel stuck there, and then build the packing plant, we can start transferring these over here and free up some space that we can use to plant things. Because that will be able to pretty much be entirely plantable. We'll probably take advantage of that. Alright, this is done. Yeah. Nobody died. Good. Problem solved. Now this should be just about done, just waiting on some treated planks that we're currently still making. Alright, valid excuse. Okay, this can go away. And there we go. Alright, I'm going to make that into packaged food all. So this should make it a lot easier for us to keep up. We still have 4,400. So I think our storage was actually pretty adequate so far. Good. Let's put in 2 more large warehouses. Get that all good to go. And the next items down, we have bread, carrots, cattail crackers, grilled chestnuts, grilled potatoes, grilled spatterdock going in here. Grilled potatoes and grilled spatterdock, which is there. Come on, autosave. All right. Now it's the beginning of a cycle. We're on a roll now, folks. Should I be ending the episode now? Absolutely. Am I going to? Absolutely not. We are getting too much stuff done. Also makes it easier for me to, you know, not have to put out a video on Wednesday if this one's over 2 hours long. Setting new records every day. Okay. 24 out of 30 treated planks. Why is this going so slow? We have planks. We have pine resin, so I guess old Joe here is having to go get his own stuff. You're not a stunt man. Shouldn't be having to do... Oh my god, you're going all the way over here to get logs? Planks? Wow. Okay, well that clearly is a problem, so let's help Joe out here. Let's prioritize his wood workshop by haulers so they can take care of that. Because we've got to get this packing plant up and running so we can stop relying on these water wheels here. Move all of this stuff out of there. Yeah, we're making progress here. We're getting somewhere. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and build these 2 lumber mills. We can have these guys charging as well. So I think... Yeah, okay, they're very slowly charging. It's going to take some time. But having those fully charged up is really, really going to help. And now that these are turning... Yeah, oh, look at how much power we're making. We're making 3,500 and it's only demanding 1,420. Yeah. We're going to be in a really, really good spot here. I wonder why they built that one first. Probably clicked it first, I guess. Alright, come on. Come on, you still don't have the treated planks? Come on, man. Oh, no, Joe doesn't work here anymore. Did he die? Query everything died of old age. I don't see, let's just scroll down here, okay. Okay, that was a while back. Fraktured 23 died of old age. Okay. Who else? Jelby was born. We've got, who else besides Jelby? Query everything died of old age. Already saw that. Jelby grown up. Okay. Making progress. Alright, so this is grilled potatoes, which finally means this can be emptied and get rid of this ugly large warehouse full of grilled potatoes. And we can move on with our lives, not be beholden to the grilled potatoes anymore. That's going to take a while to empty, though. All right, packing plant is finally done. I'm going to go ahead and get rid of this one. And then when I have the second one built, we'll get rid of the other one. There we go. And the way this is set up, I actually have room to build... I could probably build like up to 7 of them. I know that the power doesn't connect at the back, so that's fine. The way this is currently set up. Okay, grilled spatterdock. I don't think I have any storage for that, actually. I think it's, yeah, it's just in the grill that is grilling it. Capacity of 90 grilled spatterdock. So we definitely want to make sure that that has plenty of storage so they could just keep on harvesting it, because we have it tons. And I know we're not using all of it. Making lots of good progress here. Alright, so we have all of this rubble that's going to have to go somewhere. These small piles are going to get gone as well. Grilled Spatterdock finally has a home. Very nice to see that. Let's push all of this stuff. There we go. Yeah, I got to get this blasted down. And then we'll have 8 out of the 9 ingredients. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I just need one for sunflower seeds after that. So I think it takes... Oh, it actually takes fewer sunflower seeds and 0.1 paper. So we might actually not need to have... Might actually not need to have one for paper. I think we can get by... Yeah. We can get by with having one for sunflower seeds, and then I guess just always having too many sunflower seeds. Or if we want to be slightly less efficient about it, we could have two medium storages stacked on top of each other. But that wouldn't be enough sunflower. You know what? We'll just do it the way that we were originally going to do it. That's fine. Or actually, do I have paper storage over here? Pine resin, gears. I think I do have paper storage. Yes, I do. So, you know, we actually probably don't need paper storage at all. So we'll just, we'll stick with 8. That'll be fine. Blow that up. Start again. Cool. So, you know, we actually don't need to get rid of these. We will at some point, but we're going to be in a little bit of a better spot. I want to try and make sure this is done before we end today's episode. I know it's a long one. It's a marathon, but we are charging our massive flywheels here. So that's good to see. Should have plenty of power stored up, and then we can start building on the back of these too. It's probably something we should be doing anyway. Yeah, look at this. It's charging slowly, but it is charging. We're getting somewhere. All right, so this is... Why do they not get to the other sides here? Oh, they can still reach it. They're just going to take their sweet time doing it. All right, come on, one more. One more. All right, and boom. All right, large warehouse. I rotated incorrectly. Again, good job. All right, so we should have now, this is grilled spatterdock. This next one's going to be maple pastries. And then we'll do sunflower seeds. Maple pastries are here. And then sunflower seeds, we'll just have a super abundance of them, which is totally fine. Taken care of right there. No need to worry about it. And then we get to decide, do we want to put the ladder on the end here? Or do we want to put in another notch like we did on the far side? So right now we're not moving the platforms, the bakeries. We're going to have 2 of these packing plants. I honestly think 2 packing plants is going to be fine. I don't think we're going to need to worry about too much more than that. But if we put bakeries across here, I think we're going to want to have 2 for maple pastries. The one for bread is honestly probably fine. And then the one for cattail crackers is probably fine. So let's go ahead and build some bakeries here. We've got 2, 3, 4. We'll do maple pastries in these first 2, and then one for bread, one for cattail crackers. And that is going to be a nice storage up here for that. And honestly, some of these we might not even need the raw ingredient storage if the supply is sufficient enough. We'll see what happens. But once these 4 bakeries are built, I can get rid of these 3 bakeries. And then we can decide if we want to have any additional blasting done, or if we want to just try to find a spot up top for all of this. I think for right now we're probably fine. So this guy can go away right here. These flywheels, unfortunately, their energy is going to be kind of lost, but it is what it is. Right now these guys are fine. They're going to be powering our smelter, making tons of power. We actually don't need to have both these, but there's no reason to get rid of them if we don't have to. All right, maple pastries looking good. We already had a storage somewhere for the maple pastries, 1,400. Where's that? maple pastry storage. I think it was over here. Yes, underneath the packaged goods, this can... Packaged foods, excuse me, that can go away. Oh, more packaged foods. Alright, well, we'll leave this alone for right now. We're going to clean this up and make this look a little nicer in a future episode. This is already a super, super long one. Plenty of storage there. These guys still doing okay? Somebody, I think, was it might have been either the comments or the Discord, but somebody wanted me to call this the Black Lung District because they live underneath the smelters. Yeah, Industrial Revolution. I think that was a comment. Not in the Discord. Yeah, that one made me laugh. It's quite funny. Alright, so these are all set correctly. Yes, good. And then we're going to need storage for our... that's what I can do. So, let's do... In between our bakeries, because these don't have to be next to each other, let's put our large tank of maple syrup. Can go right there in between. We'll have our other bakery on the other side. Yeah, okay, that's going to be cool. Or we maybe could have put that on the corner, I don't know, but that actually ends up matching up quite nicely. I think, based off of how these are looking, we might be okay with just the one if the ingredients are close at hand. So we've got logs, maple syrup, wheat flour. We're going to need to have some other storage of stuff. So maybe that's what we can do with our other space here. Maybe that's what we can do. So let's see, what other kind of basic resources do we need? We've got wheat flour to make the maple pastries. We've got wheat flour to make the bread. So we probably need to have another full-size storage of just flour. And then cattail flour, we're making so much cattail flour. So maybe we do one more for wheat flour, one more for cattail flour, and then the rest of the stuff, honestly, the carrots don't need, we already talked about that. Grilled chestnuts don't need it. Grilled potatoes are never going to need it. Grilled spatterdock, the raw spatterdock storage, if we have storage for 1200 grilled, we aren't going to need it. Yeah, okay, we'll do that. We'll get these built, and then we'll blast out some more, put in storage for both types of flour, and then, honestly, I think we're going to be fine. The rest of this can be taken up with bakeries or grills or whatever your heart desires. Now, as far as grills go, I think we could do this. I might want to leave some space open for some additional packing plants. So maybe we don't want to get quite so much into that. But maple pastries, all done. I'm going to leave this other one. Oh, hey, Jonathan. Working away making maple pastries for us. Any other beard boosters making food right here? MP3zilla making bread. I think he's been in there for a while. Alex making the wheat flour. And Pekempy making grilled spatterdock. All right, cool. It's a beard booster reunion over here in the food production district. Very nice. All right, raw potatoes. We only have 2, but we have 1,300 grilled ones. So I think we're probably okay. Not going to spend too much time worrying about it. These guys are going to do what they're going to do. We should still have... Oh, look at all this stuff. We're so good. We're in excellent shape on most of this. Cattail flour, I don't think is going to be a problem. Assuming cattail crackers. See, this isn't even... Hey, look, at 34% productivity. This guy's got to go get his own stuff. Yeah, we're going to be much better than this. Much better. We're gonna have something cool going on here. And we're gonna be able to plant some more stuff too, which is always nice. So I think I want to fill up our storage for the maple pastries. So like I said, I'm gonna leave this guy going for a little bit. Bread. As soon as this next one is built, I think I'll just go ahead and set this to bread, and this one to cattail crackers. It's honestly probably fine with just one each, as long as the ingredients are appropriately given here. All right, so let's just go ahead and yeah, let's empty. There we go. Get these guys to move stuff around. Look at them go. Oh yeah, it's already empty. I'm not going to delete this yet because I I have a feeling we'll probably end up wanting it later. But now this is good to go. They got plenty on the ground they can grab, and I think they're going to start doing that pretty quick here. Maple pastry slowly filling up. Sunflower seeds slowly filling up also. We're probably going to want to plant some more of these, but for right now, I don't think we really need to be that worried about it. Sunflower seed storage. Yeah, these guys right here, we don't need these to be here. We have storage plenty of other places. And if we have our haulers actually doing their jobs, then we don't need to have storage close by for any of that either. Grilled potatoes no longer needs to be here. Let's see, what else can I get rid of? That's caps lock, that is not tab. Okay. Chestnuts underneath. Oh, raw chestnuts actually can be fine. Wow, underneath the farmer monument, that was funny. Packaged foods, looking good. Packaged foods, berries. I'm just not worried about the berries. Are they still part of the, no, good. Thank God. Well-being has gone down substantially, so we're going to want to focus on that next episode. We kind of put that on the back burner to try and fix our industrialization of things, which actually has gone extremely well so far. We just got a little bit more work to do to make stuff really perfect. Incapacitated. Did they build the rest of these yet? No. I keep having stuff show up in front of it. Alright, come on. Come on. Okay, so these are all up and running. Alright, I'm just gonna get rid of these and we'll deal with it. Alright, now I can't get rid of I cannot get rid of the land here until I have levees constructed. So let's go ahead. Levees here. We'll do right there will keep us nice and dry. Paths on top. Once these are built, we can detonate all of this. Cattail flour. I think we'll be fine if I just get rid of this. Still have storage for cattail flour and wheat flour. Down here will be a-okay. And then we'll have our ladder. Actually, ladder could be and probably should be in the middle here in between these two bakeries. Would probably be smart. So let's go ahead and do that actually. Because there's not going to be any doorways here for us to block off. I should have thought about doing this earlier. We just have to make sure the ladder's on a side. Okay, that has to be path underneath. There we go. Alright. Let's do this. Ladder right here, and then path all the way across. Cool, so no doorways are blocked, and they can go right down for the flower that's going to be at the end of the hall here. Nobody walk through this or you're dead. Good. It seems we've learned our lesson from last playthrough. Alright, so we'll get this taken care of. They haven't finished this yet, so that's why. Okay, alright, that's all back to normal. That's good, which actually means if that ladder's there, we don't have to have one here. Because the only reason for them to be going down here would be to get stuff there, and I think we'll be fine without it. Alright, let's detonate these. There we go. Looking good, looking good. Or actually, we can have another, yeah, we can have another thing here, although I will leave it in like that. Should be fine. Alright, so let's put our path down. Once again, build our thing here. And do that one more time. Oh, come on. There we go. Alrighty. Large warehouses. I think, yep, that's the correct way. Rotate again. Alright, so this can be, which one's first? Cattail, not crackers, no. Cattail flour. There we go. And then wheat flour, which is here. Cool. So that will be helpful. Very good. Alright, so that now is completely underground storage for all of our ingredients here. Looking good, looking good. And this is already getting a lot more efficient. Love to see that. Let's just check our storage here. We got 1200, 1200. These should all be 1200. 1200, 1200 already there, 1200, 1400. So we still have 200 maple pastries hanging out somewhere. And 1200 and then 3240. That's going to be a weird number no matter what. Where is my last little bastion of maple pastries? I don't see. Oh, right here. That's right. We already talked about this. That needs to get emptied. Then we can turn this medium warehouse. Well, actually, we're going to get rid of it because we don't want this here. It's kind of ugly. But for right now, I'm not going to get rid of the packaged foods because that's a very convenient location for them to just go get it when they wake up. And we'll find another spot for that somewhere. These guys still looking okay? Okay, Darticus is over here and alvsindre working here in District 2. And Hakan's over here doing some building. Very nice. Now, I think... Yeah, somebody had asked me to do... redo the path over here. Let's make sure I do that. I was... Oh, completely forgotten. I was going to put in... injuries probably aren't... I'll just put 2 of these. Why not, right? Never hurts to have extra capacity for your healthcare. So this is looking good. Cattail flour is slowly being put in there. Wheat flour should be inbound soon as well. Alright, and this is storage for what? Planks? Oh, not anymore. So that's gone. Look at all this space we got up here. Alright, cool. So we can have a lot more of these bakeries, or we can put some other processing facilities in place, which really the only thing I could think of would be grist mills, but I'm not using those, let's be honest. Packing plants are already good. Farmhouses we're not going to need. So I think this is going to be where we're going to put our grills. Realistically, we probably could just have bakeries the whole way down here. Just give me 3 more so I can have 2 of each, which would actually make this one a great maple pastries one. So if we did bread on those 2, and then cattail crackers here, already there, and then this one can be maple pastries. So that will actually probably be the best possible split for that. Very, very nice. So then this side is going to have room for some grills, or for some more packing plants, or for something else entirely. I'm not opposed to having surface level storage of some of the raw materials, but it's not going to be the big ones. Medium warehouses, we could easily put in stuff for, say, cattail roots and regular chestnuts and regular potatoes and wheat. So if we did that, come on, did that, did this. That's actually not going to work. But if I put those 2 there, I know I can make use of that. We'll just have this stick here. So let's see. We'll do probably no. I just said this. I just said this too. We probably need to have at least chestnuts. Yeah, chestnuts. Where are they? Right here. Yes. Cattail roots, I don't think I'm worried about. Spatterdock, I don't think I'm worried about because we're going to be grilling that. So, chestnuts. How many times have I said this? And you know what? No, we'll do spatterdock because I don't think we have spatterdock storage anywhere. So then we have all this space here. Now we could easily, yeah, I'm going to get rid of this. Let's do some grills. So I've got space here. I've got... Oh, T is not rotate. R is rotate. I could put 3 here and then 3 more along the back side. Probably is actually the best way to have this set up. So if I did 3... Because if this is actually set up correctly, I don't think we need to worry about it. Oh, come on, dandelions, get out of here. So we have 3 different things we can grill, right? We have potatoes, chestnuts, and spatterdock. I don't think we need 6. I really don't, but we're probably going to end up using it anyway. We have 1 for spatterdock. Probably, oh, are we actually out of spatterdock? How much do we have grilled? We have a 1,200? Alright, so I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll do potatoes, we'll do chestnuts, we'll do spatterdock here, and then we'll just mirror on the other side. Why not, right? And then this can be potatoes, because they'll also be a little bit of a buffer for the raw materials. Should be fine. Then I think that's all the processing we need to do, minus our windmills. Alright, so what's over here? Chestnut grill can go bye-bye. Potato grill can definitely go bye-bye. And I put... any other grills over here? I don't think so. I guess we can check in a little bit. This spatterdock grill, of course, is going to go as well. So now we have... really? Can I still not... oh, there's a stealth dandelion. Okay. Goodbye, 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 goodbye. There we go. Come get this stuff and let's just... let's be done with this. Alright. Cool. One more. We're almost there, folks. Oh, I don't want to unlock the gristmill. Go away. Alright. Spatterdock, grilled potatoes. This one is for chestnuts. Alright. So, that is looking quite nice. Raw chestnuts, we have 168. We have storage for 350. So, we have plenty over here. I'm going to unmark... oh, we already have unmarked all the chestnut trees. Okay, maybe we need to plant some more. Let's see. Do we have plenty of resin? We do have full storage of pine resin. We probably need to have bigger storage of pine resin. But I guess our chestnuts are probably all fine. We haven't harvested any more of these maples yet. Are they marked for cutting? Yes. Okay. Oh, I didn't select a recipe. Really? Okay. So these guys are done. We have all this extra space, and I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to move our windmills to be, you know, I probably actually could have had this connected a little bit better. I'm going to move the windmills to, jeez, what a mess. My God. Oh, I've said this like 5 times. Let's move our windmills over here and have them, really, that's as close as they can get. Well, I think that'll be fine. Wheat flour and cattail flour. As soon as those are built, I'll get them out of here. Packaged food doesn't need to be stored here at all. We have so much stuff laying on the ground, we probably actually don't need to have any additional storage put in. Potatoes, no storage space available. Cry about it with the potatoes. I guess I could have some storage for potatoes. The chestnuts, we're probably not going to need... probably not going to need that much storage for them. Alright, I guess for now I'll have storage for potatoes. That's fine. Just so they have somewhere to stick them, because I know they have some they actually need. How much spatterdock can they store in there? 30 and 30, and then I think the aquatic farmhouse can store 50. Yeah. Alright, that's fine. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to very high prioritize gathering all this garbage. Hello? Can I not just there we go. Yeah, just get all this, get this mess out of here. Just clean it up. And once that's done, these are done. Okay. All right. Sorry, Alex, you got to go work somewhere else, bud. Let's get this cleaned up, and then we're gonna move our. You know, we probably don't actually need to put another path. We could just have everything route through here, but oh, this does need to connect. So let's scratch that. We'll have this come all the way through here. Yeah, then we can have this go all the way through. I clicked this again. Let's demolish the building. And by building, I mean path. Do this here. Get rid of that. Don't freak out. I'll put the path back. You're good. Okay, so now we have extra space to grow some additional plants. So I will expand the potatoes, and I will expand the wheat. There we go. Problem solved there. Looking nice. Making some very good progress. Have they built any of this? No, they haven't, because they've been so busy doing all this. Alright, so now that this is taken care of, we really don't need this to be here anymore. We can get rid of that. And I think... well, we might end up having space to store stuff, but I think this would be a good place to put some water or a monument or something. So they're going to take care of, at some point, all of this just trash absolutely everywhere. We need large storage for packaged foods somewhere. We don't have any dedicated large storage for packaged foods over here, which is funny because we're, you know, making them over here. Prioritize those by haulers. Forgot. Honestly, all of this stuff should be prioritized by haulers, so our guys don't have to be inefficient taking care of stuff. So let's do that. There we go. There we go. Get this guy done. Alright. The rest of the stuff on the ground is just stuff on the ground. It'll get used up in time. Maybe. If our production doesn't not use it. I know, great English there. Now, our storage here. Yeah, see, look at this. It is going down, but look at all this power we have stored up. And they're all like this, too. They've all got plenty of power stored up. Looking nice. We just need to get some more beavers in here. So we're never going to use all this stuff on the ground, not all at once. It's going to take some time to run through all that. But look at this. Look at this. This is so much better looking. This is just monumentally better in almost every possible way. So what we're going to do to finish this off is I'm going to... That was loud. I believe... So we have 5 of these. Yep, that's as many as we had. We'll have 4 of these once I build these last 2, which is as many as we have over here. We've got an extra wood workshop. We have... The only thing we haven't made a ton more of is the paper mills, which we'll have to, I think, just kind of leave alone. But I'll go ahead and swap these guys over to the other ones of these. Unpause all of these guys, repause these guys. And then let's put on the other side here. I have the ability to either put more paper mills, or we can do another entire stack of things, which honestly is probably the way to go. So maybe that's something we need to get into next time. I'm not sure. I think we've got plenty to be thinking about already. Yeah, this is already 2.5 hours long. My God, what have I done? Is this the end of the drought? Yeah, we're gonna end this at the end of this drought. It's 2 in the morning. I need to go to bed, but I want to make sure I got this video out for you guys tomorrow / today, I guess. Yeah, so we've got 0.7 days left. We've pretty much taken care of almost all of this, with the exception of the explosives factories and the paper, and our crown jewel here. Okay, this is ugly. These these things highlighted in green, so I'll fix that before I take any pictures of stuff. But this is nice. It might look a little uniform, and it kind of is, but this is so much better than having stuff kind of strewn everywhere. It's efficient, it's vertical. Everything is in one spot for food production. It's all right here. We're getting almost everything we need. I think we might need to increase our spatterdock production, or at least the harvesting thereof. Yeah, we're going to have to put in probably a second aquatic farmhouse. I think... Yeah, I think I'm going to put it right here. Let's, Oh, he's actually harvesting this. Hold on. But we'll go ahead and get that marked up. I'm not going to be able to build it, but that is where we're going to put the second aquatic farmhouse. I might just do it while we're sitting here waiting for stuff to happen. But yeah, lots of great stuff done today. I don't think we did everything I wanted to do. I got kind of sucked into this whole debacle. But yes, this is a huge, huge improvement. We're going to clean this up next time. We got plenty of other different things we can use to make this area a little bit nicer. But we're getting there. The farm looks a whole lot better with the extra wheat here. Potatoes are probably still fine. We added a few more there. And we're going to have some more planting happening back in here once all this stuff is cleaned up. But yeah, lots of good stuff done today. Lots of good progress made. Lots to do still, but tell me what you think. Do you like the idea of the brick streets here in the industrial area with the hedges to add a little bit of nature in a mechanized hellscape we have over here? I think that's quite nice. And I do want to build more of these things, these housing complexes. This one's going to eventually turn into something similar, but we're not quite there yet. We've got plenty of other stuff to be taken care of here. But we'll go ahead and put this back in triple speed, and we'll go ahead and get you out of here. As always, thank you so much for being here through a 2.5-hour video. Who would have ever thought I'd be putting out 2.5-hour Timberborn videos? We're not going to be able to keep doing every single one of these like this, but I am very, very thankful you chose to spend a little bit of time with me here today, even if it takes you 4 days to watch this video because of how long it is. And of course, big thanks always to the Beard Boosters who make all of this stuff possible, make it easier for me to take a little bit of time to try and do some new stuff, put some things together like the long-promised City Skylines story-based videos that are in the works. They just take a very, very long time, and I've had a busy past couple of weeks, but we're getting that coming out for you very, very soon. Here in the start of Cycle 20. Look at that, Cycle 20. Everything's looking good. Sun's coming up. Map's looking fantastic, and we've got a lot of great stuff done. A lot of great stuff coming. So make sure you come back. We got another video of this on Thursday. And we also, of course, have other fun stuff in the works as well. But yeah, that's all the time I have today, this morning, whatever. And I'm sure at this point that you are long and well sick of hearing me talk today. So I'll let you get on with whatever it is that you're doing. So as always, stay safe, have fun, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the next one. Bye-bye.